HELLRAISER. We have such sights to show you. You thought you were searching for the ultimate pleasure. Instead, you found the lament configuration, a puzzle box that, when solved, tears open the barrier between worlds and summons the Cenobites. They arrive in chains and leather, their bodies modified beyond recognition, flesh merged with metal, skin pulled apart by hooks, heads punctured by nails. They speak with the calm precision of scholars discussing philosophy. They are not demons in the traditional sense. They are explorers in the far reaches of experience, where pain and pleasure become indistinguishable. Angels to some, demons to others, they call themselves. The box isn't a key to hell, it's an invitation to transcendence through sensation without limits. The Cenobites don't punish sin. They grant wishes with the most literal and horrifying interpretation possible. What makes HELLRAISER's universe uniquely disturbing is how it transforms human desire itself into a trap. The box calls to those who believe they've exhausted earthly pleasures, promising experiences beyond imagination. And it delivers exactly that, just not in the way its victims anticipated. In HELLRAISER, the most terrifying truth isn't that hell exists. It's that humans will voluntarily tear their souls apart in pursuit of sensation, and that entities exist who view such self-destruction as a form of art. Bloodborne. Fear the old blood, they warned. You should have listened. Yharnam was once a city of healing miracles. Now it's a nightmare of twisted flesh and cosmic horror, where the pursuit of forbidden knowledge transformed an entire civilization into beasts. But becoming a monster isn't the worst fate in Bloodborne. It's understanding. As your insight grows, the veil lifts. What you thought were Victorian streets reveal themselves as something far worse, a playground for cosmic entities beyond comprehension. Gods who view human suffering as a fascinating experiment. The Great Ones, eldritch deities who exist beyond human comprehension, aren't malevolent. That would require them to care. They simply exist, manipulating reality with the casual disregard of a child pulling wings from insects. The most terrifying aspect isn't the beasts that hunt you through fog-shrouded streets. It's the realization that reality itself is a thin veneer, and what lies beneath is eager to break through. In Bloodborne, the greatest mercy is madness, because sanity means comprehending your true insignificance in a cosmos that was never meant for you. Children of Men. The youngest person on Earth just died. They were 18 years old. In the world of Children of Men, human fertility ended suddenly. No explanation, no cure. Just the slow extinction of a species watching its own end approach with mathematical certainty. You walk through London streets where schools have been abandoned for decades. Government propaganda urges citizens to remain productive even as the population ages and dwindles. Art and culture's greatest works are preserved in the Ark of the Arts, a monument to a civilization with no inheritors. Society fractures along predictable lines. Xenophobia explodes as immigrants are blamed for a crisis no one caused. Religious cults form around the last generation born. The wealthy retreat to compounds while the government herds refugees into camps. Without a future, humanity's present becomes increasingly brutal, increasingly desperate. What makes this world uniquely horrifying is how recognizable it remains. No supernatural monsters, no alien invasions, just humanity facing its own end with the same mixture of denial, rage, and resigned despair we bring to every existential crisis. In Children of Men, the true horror isn't death. It's the knowledge that nothing you create, nothing you build, nothing you sacrifice for will outlast you. That your species' entire history, all its triumphs and failures, will become nothing but empty buildings and silent monuments to what once was. Pan's Labyrinth. Fairy tales were never meant to comfort children. They were warnings. In Pan's Labyrinth, fantasy isn't an escape from reality. It's a mirror that reflects its cruelest aspects. You are Ophelia, a young girl in fascist Spain, discovering that the magical realm beneath the earth is just as merciless as the human world above. The labyrinth doesn't offer sanctuary. Its ruler, the Pale Man, sits at a feast table with his eyeballs in his palms, waiting for children to disobey so he can hunt them. The fairies aren't friendly sprites. They're insectoid creatures that die as casually as flowers wilt. Even the faun who guides you through this underworld cannot be trusted. His tests are designed to determine if you're worthy of survival. Above ground, your stepfather, a fascist captain, tortures resistance fighters with methodical precision. Below ground, ancient beings demand bloody sacrifice. There is no moral difference between the two worlds, only aesthetic variation on the same brutal theme. What makes this universe truly devastating is how it subverts the very concept of childhood innocence. The magical realm doesn't protect you from the horrors of war and authoritarianism. It simply provides another language for understanding their inevitability. In Pan's Labyrinth, The cruelest revelation isn't that monsters exist, it's that they wear the faces of those who should protect you, and that escaping them may require becoming something monstrous yourself. Hyperion CANTOS. Time is not your ally, it's your executioner. The Hyperion universe presents a future where humanity has spread across the stars, created immortality, and conquered death itself. And yet, they've never been more enslaved. The Technocore, an artificial intelligence collective, manipulates humanity from the shadows, not through violence but through carefully constructed illusions of freedom. You believe you're evolving. In reality, you're being farmed. And then there's the Shrike, a four-armed creature of bladed metal that can move through time at will. It doesn't just kill its victims, it impales them on a tree of thorns where they exist in a state of perpetual agony for eternity, beyond the reach of death. The true horror of the Hyperion universe isn't just the monsters, it's the revelation that every human achievement, every moment of progress was carefully orchestrated by entities who see humanity as nothing more than an evolutionary stepping stone. In this universe, humans aren't the protagonists of their own story. They're genetic material waiting to be harvested by the true inheritors of the cosmos. Your entire civilization exists only because something greater allows it to, for now.
Subscribe for more interesting stuff. Tell us your experience in the comments.